At Wind River Resort and Casino, we like to celebrate life's little moments. Oh, and the big ones too. Because around here, when you're completely in the moment, that's when the magic happens. Come in and find your moment at Wind River Resort and Casino.
Didn't catch me off guard. Just enjoying my coffee with Krueger myself, right? And of course, all of you out there, thank you so much for joining us this morning. It is Friday. And it is, April 26th? Man, we're getting closer and closer to the month of May. Turning out to be a fairly interesting start. You know, I look out the window in Redding, we got mainly sunny skies. Different story as you head to the south. Let's get you right to the forecast right now. And there you can see right now, we are seeing some showers over parts of Northern California, including the valley. Take a look at this. Now, you can see here, the radar is showing that we did see a pretty strong thunderstorm move through Corning, then through Chico, and Chico's still seeing some of those showers right now. Those are continuing to move themselves down to the south. So there's another look at it. By the way, my lightning strikes don't seem to be working, but I know that there were some lightning strikes, especially out in the Corning area. But there you can see, it's kind of dissipated significantly as it moved over Chico. I just got a report from one of my buddies, Mike Graff, saying this morning, another good little soaking down here at about 1/10 of an inch of rain so far. So about 1/10 of an inch of rainfall is what they've seen here just this morning, not including what they saw yesterday. Now I'm going to stop this here. I'm going to show you some of the rainfall totals that we have seen over the last 24 hours. And again, so tack on another 1/10 of an inch of rainfall for Chico. You got about, 15, 16 hundredths of an inch of rainfall. Redding at the airport, 1200ths, you can see just not as much rainfall. And, but where you saw most of the rain, that was off to the west, out towards the coast, Crescent City, about an inch of rain there. But as you head south into Humboldt County, you did see less and less of that rainfall. So again, we take a look at where the rain is right now in the valley. Yeah, and it's just around Chico, southward on Highway 299. So roads are a bit wet down there this morning. Let's take a look at the current conditions out there right now, temperature-wise. We're sitting at about 52 degrees for Redding, Chico about 54 degrees right now, 43 in Quincy, and there's Alturas at about 40. And of course, along the coast, temperatures right around 50 degrees for those current temperatures out there right now. Here's what it looks like out there today. Just kind of a quick glance at all of your neighborhoods. Yes, everyone has a chance for showers and maybe even a few thunderstorms out there. Now, I think most of the thunderstorms will be in the higher elevations. Now, notice in the valley and even Trinity County, no lightning strikes or the coast. Why is that? Because I think the chances there are going to be the slimmest for thunderstorms. Now, the north end of the valley, Redding, Red Bluff, most likely if you see anything, it'll be in the form of a stray shower. I do think that there's a better chance for thunderstorms as you head into Glen, Butte, and southern Tehama County. We'll take a closer look at that on Futurecast here in just a second. First, let's take you right to your cool April Nights forecast. Of course, there are still some show and shines before the cool April Nights cruise. Now, notice at 12 and 2 p.m., there are some lightning strikes there. Now, most likely, I don't think that's going to happen. But if we see anything, that is going to be the time frame of the best chances for some lightning strikes in the Redding area, if we see any development. Otherwise, just a stray shower. But as we go through the afternoon into the evening, the chances just get slimmer and slimmer for any rainfall. So I do think that the cool April Nights cruise will be dry. It'll be a bit on the breezy side, but at least it will be dry. So let's take a look at Futurecast. Let's walk you through the timing of all this. Here we are at 10 o'clock in the morning. Again, we could see a stray shower. Not out of the question, but no thunderstorms, at least for the valley yet. Notice we're seeing most of the activity to the north and east of the valley. Let's take you to noon today. Now, you see what's happening? Look at eastern Tehama County. Look at southern Tehama County. Look at Glen and Butte County. That's where we're seeing the best chances for thunderstorms developing. Northeast of Redding, around Bernie, Ayden, Alturas, yeah, chance for thunderstorms. But look at Trinity County and Del Norte, Humboldt counties. Yeah, some showers, but I don't anticipate any thunderstorms. Here's 2 o'clock this afternoon. Now again, Glen, Butte, and south of that, I think we could see a chance for a few thunderstorms and more thunderstorms in the foothills and in the mountains north and east of the valley. But Trinity County, Del Norte, Humboldt County, just a few stray showers. It's clearing out in the valley. We're going to be looking at more sunshine. And look at the activity off to the east of the valley. Here's around 6 p.m., cool April Nights cruise. I think we're going to be just fine. Now, these thunderstorms are going to be looking off in the distance. You're going to be seeing some towering cumulus clouds and maybe even some cumulonimbus clouds. Those are those thunderheads that you can see. But to the west of the valley too, still dry. And then tonight it is dry across the board. Now we're going to take a closer look at what we expect over the weekend and a deeper dive into another forecast model for today to see that potential for showers and thunderstorms and see what kind of agreement we have in those short-range forecast models. This morning, the winds are fairly calm. But as we go through the afternoon, let's take into the noon hour. You see how the winds are starting to pick up from the northwest for the valley. Gusts possibly 15, 20 miles per hour. Could get stronger going into the afternoon and into the evening hours. Could see gusts over 20, even 30 miles per hour. So yes, the cool April Nights cruise, I think it'll be a little breezy, but at least it won't be wet. All right, so here's a quick glance at all of Northern California. Notice where the lightning strikes are. Southern Tehama, Glen, Butte, and Glen and Butte counties, right? And then, of course, the foothills east of the valley, Siskiyou County, Eastern Mountains, Modoc County. Best chance for thunderstorms there, but I think mainly just some stray showers for Trinity County, and not to mention the North Coast. All right, so here's a look at your 7-day outlook region by region. We're going to start off with the valley, and there's that chance. No lightning strikes for Redding or Red Bluff. Now, here's what I'll say. If we see a stray thunderstorm, I've got to at least say that. I've got to say that there is a slim chance out there because there is that off chance we're going to see a thunderstorm in Redding or Red Bluff. But I think most of the ingredients, most of the instability for those thunderstorms are going to be to the south of Redding and Red Bluff. Otherwise, it's dry for the weekend and dry and warmer for next week. Let's take a look at your 7-day outlook for the coast, inland, and Trinity County. Scattered showers in Weaverville and nothing to write home about. Scattered showers inland, nothing also to write home about or for the coast. Now, I've still got a chance for a few stray showers here and there, but mainly dry on Saturday, not to mention Sunday, and through next week. Here's your 7-day outlook for Mount Shasta, Alturas, and Susanville. These are the areas that will see the best chances for thunderstorms today. And what that will mean is heavy downpours, hail, gusty winds, and not to mention those lightning strikes. Saturday, we have a slight chance. Mainly dry again, even for these locations, but still a slight chance throughout the day. I think for places like Susanville, probably late in the day, as well as Alturas, but probably sometime around midday for Mount Shasta. Sunday, it's dry. But Alturas, you may see a straight sprinkle or light shower, but we'll take a closer look at that on future casts here in a bit. By the way, I want to remind you, you can watch the Cool April Nights cruise right here on Weather NorCal, live from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Now, I was hoping, and I had someone lined up who knows a lot about cars, who could tell us all about the cars that are going by. I just got a message this morning at 6 a.m. saying, they're too busy. They can't help me out, and they can't make it to the live broadcast of Cool April Nights. Totally bummed out about that. So here's what I'm asking of you. For any of you who are watching, and if you're an expert or you know a lot about cars, hit me up. You can, of course, instant message me on Facebook or on Instagram. You can message me on Twitter. You can also go to weathernorcal.com and go to the contact section, and you can email me. And I'll be checking my emails, I'll be checking my messages to see if there's anybody that can help me out who knows a lot about cars and can look at all these classic cars going by and tell everybody what kind of car we're looking at. So I'm bummed out about that, but I'm still going to make it work. I'm going to be there, and we're going to broadcast it live between 6:30 and 7 o'clock. Now, you can watch me your Fire TV, Roku, and if you still have a smart TV but don't have Fire TV or Roku, but if you have just a regular old smart TV, you, like say for example an Apple TV, or even your TV just has regular apps on it, just go to the YouTube app and then search for the Weather NorCal YouTube page and then click on the live link. And then that live link will then show the broadcast. If you have a smartphone, which most likely you do, from your Android or your iPhone, just go to the Weather NorCal app and tap on the live stream. You can watch from there. weathernorcal.com from your computer or even from your phone. has the live stream there. And of course, the good old-fashioned ways where a lot of you watch is from Facebook, X, or from YouTube. So check it out. I will be there live in front of Banner Realty on Hilltop Drive. They've been gracious enough to let me use their Wi-Fi, so I'm very grateful to them for doing that, because that ensures that I'll have a strong Wi-Fi and internet connection that will allow me to stream to all of my Weather NorCal platforms, so you can watch from the comfort of your home or wherever you are. Those are the services we offer here at Weather NorCal. You can stream from wherever. That's the beauty of it all. All right, let's take a look at Chico right now, and there are those wet roads. Yeah, so if you're in Redding, you're like, wow, what a nice day. But our neighbors to the south, different story. Saw some wet weather out there this morning, but things are starting to dry out there right now. Let's take a look at Neal Road. Yeah, wet roads this morning. And we're still seeing a few light showers off in that area. We take you out to Redding, though. Actually, no, this is Crescent City, Harbor District. Looking at some wet weather this morning out on the coast. Let's take you out to Elk Country, just north of Trinidad right now. Yeah, we've got some rain out there along the coast as well. So this is going to be the case here. I mean, the showers here through the morning, but this is a beautiful shot here, that is. Look at Oroville, Lake Oroville, North Forebay. We got the overcast skies. I will have to take a look at the radar here in a bit, but looks like, yeah, got a little bit of rain out there as well. So that certainly is the case. By the way, I want to remind you, if of course you didn't know about it when I was telling you about the live stream here, you can go to your free Weather NorCal app. Just go to your App Store or Google Play, search for Weather NorCal, and download the app for free. All right, so you kind of got the gist of the forecast for those of you in the area that just wanted to kind of get yourself out the door this morning. But we are going to take a look at our pet of the week. We're going to chat it up a little bit here, if you want to chat it up. If those of you, kind of get a little chatty sometimes. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's pretty quiet, so that's not a problem. And we're going to go and take a look at our pet of the week, which is sponsored by Cottonwood Vet and Small Animal Clinic. Check it out. Hello everyone, Mike Krueger from Weather NorCal. It is Pet of the Week time, sponsored by Cottonwood Vet and Small Animal Clinic. We have Katrina from Haven Humane Society here and Joshua. Now, typically we're talking about a dog mix, right? And we've got a mix here.
We do. We have him as a shepherd mix. Super handsome boy.
Yeah.
He is only 7 months old though, so he's definitely in his awkward phase right now where he's still puppy, but he's kind of, I would say, almost more like a teenager in a lot of ways. So he's kind of testing boundaries, testing limits. He's kind of big and goofy, doesn't quite know how he fits into the world yet, but he's the sweetest guy. He loves people. He loves other dogs. He's super affectionate. He just has a lot of energy.
Oh my goodness. I think a lot of energy. Oh, there we go. Holy cow, you got some springs in your legs there too.
I was gonna say he's very comfortable with people.
So obviously someone who has the patience for a puppy, because puppies, as we know, can be a bit of work, but I tell you what, it is a payoff. I've had a dog since it was a puppy, and she is the best, most awesomest dog ever. So if, Joshua, so you basically all around family, whoever would want a dog like this, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wonderful temperament, super sweet, but yeah, he just is going to need a home that has some patience and is ready to essentially teach him how to be a dog.
We all need to learn how to be dogs sometimes, you know what? Price to get adopted?
Yeah, so his adoption fee is $75.
There's another dog over there, and boy, someone wants to play. Well, if you're interested
Silly
in Joshua
boy.
or any other animals, such as the one Joshua's looking at over there, maybe you could, come on in and check it out. Oh, yeah. So call the number at the bottom of your screen. He's looking for a forever home. We'll see you next week. All right, so if you are interested, of course, you can call the Haven Humane Society. You saw the number there on your screen. You can also go to their website or the Facebook page to contact them. Just your typical puppy. Once again, I want to thank Cottonwood Vet and Small Animal Clinic for their sponsorship of not only Pet of the Week, but just the animal family segment in general. So there you have it. Well, this morning I am reading some of your comments. I didn't get a chance to really read them so far this morning. Curtis Brown in 7 miles west of Red Bluff saying just a few drops, but didn't really see anything measurable in his area. No rain overnight. Patricia Martin saying good morning from Junction City. Well, good morning to you. Good morning from Ophelia saying yes, wet in Chico. Of course, we saw that rain on the radar, not to mention the camera from Caltrans showing those wet roads out there. And Jackie Dickinson saying good morning. Coat had rain late PM yesterday, wet this morning with heavy mist. Of course, I'm assuming that is going to be on the coast, Jackie. And we are talking to Bill Carlton this morning saying good morning, and Robin Epperson Lee saying, you'll do great tonight. Hopefully this is your only glitch. Yes, hopefully it is. And as I said yesterday for the Cool April Nights cruise, I'm not necessarily concerned. I think I'm going to be fine I tested it last week to make sure that I could get the signal and it was strong enough and it was beautiful. It was great. So I'm not concerned about that. I'm more concerned about just the crowds. I'm not a big fan of having to deal with crowds and all that good stuff. It's just, I don't have the patience for it. I really don't. I don't. I like serenity. I like peaceful environments. I like people. Don't get me wrong. I love all of you. But when it's a confined space and there's tons of people and everyone's wanting to get somewhere and do something, it's just, it's hectic. Nobody likes that. At least I don't. So I'm not looking forward to that part of it. But that just shows how popular the event is. It's where everybody wants to be if you're in Reading, right? I mean, even if you're not a car person, it's neat. Listen, I'm going to say right off the bat, I'm not a car person. But I enjoy the car show. It's really neat. I really do think it's neat. And I'm looking forward to going out there on Saturday as well and checking out some of those cool April Nights cars. So if you see me over there, don't hesitate to say hello. I love seeing all of you out there in public. And it just confirms to me that you're watching. I got to tell you, sometimes, it's one of those things where I think to myself, is anybody even watching? Right? So I do like getting that confirmation from you all when you're saying, I'm watching. I've been watching for a while or whatever. And if you haven't been watching, then I hand you a card and say, check it out. So hopefully we can kind of get there, spread the word. All right, so some of you may be thinking, all right, let's get to the forecast because we've got some things going on today. We've got some things going on this weekend. So what kind of weather can you expect? Well, let's start off by first of all talking about our sponsor of Coffee with Krueger. That is Wind River Resort and Casino. At Wind River Resort and Casino, enjoy friendly service, a wide variety of specials and promotions, plus all of your favorite slots and table games. So I showed you the radar a little bit earlier. I'm going to show you the radar here in just a second. I think I've got that in the rundown there. But we're going to start off with the current temperatures out there right now with 52 degrees for Reading, 51 for Willow. So coolish, if you will, but mild for this time of the year, and we're well above freezing in the mountains. It's not very cold there, at least comparatively speaking, with temperatures in the low 50s right now along the coast. So here's the big picture. We've got a swirl of low pressure right here, but some cold and unstable air that's in place. We've got these disturbances kind of getting caught up in that flow, and that's the reason why we're seeing some showers in some areas along the coast, some of the mountain regions, and not to mention the valley, seeing some of that shower activity as well. Look at Corning. I mean, got pounded with some heavy rainfall. There could have been some small hail and gusty winds, but it was a kind of a brief downpour. It quickly moved through the area and then kind of shifted down towards the south and east and then moved through Chico with some decent rain there as well. As I mentioned, Mike Graff, a buddy of mine who lives in Chico, was saying he saw about 1/10 of an inch of rainfall. My guess is maybe even a little bit more than that. But now here's Chico. South of Chico is where we're seeing that shower activity move down to the south and east, and it's getting weaker and weaker as we speak. So chances for showers and thunderstorms today. Now it looks dry for the Cool April Nights cruise and the main event on Saturday, but we'll take a closer look at Futurecast here in a second here and even take you into the weekend because it does look mainly dry and warmer this weekend and even into next week. In fact, speaking of next week, it's now beginning to look like it'll be dry all next week, and not to mention warmer. I want to show you this. Here's the severe outlook. Now, you have 5 main categories right here. When you start getting the darker shades of green, that's saying, hey, there's a chance for severe thunderstorms. When you get in the yellow, you have a better chance. And of course, as you start getting in the reds and those magentas there, yeah, I mean, that's serious. I have yet to see a red or a magenta. I believe I've seen yellow and maybe even orange, but boy, that is few and far between for us. We typically are in this lowest category. And what that's basically saying is when you're in the light shade of green, it's saying, hey, you know, the ingredients are there. For the areas that are in green, you could see a stray thunderstorm, but not everyone's going to see it. Now, I'm in pretty good agreement with what we're looking at here. I think we want to maybe take some of this green and put it over a good portion of Siskiyou County. I think we want to put some of it into northern Shasta County as well, but then most of it will be here. Okay, and then for the valley, I'm in pretty good agreement that southern Tehama, eastern Tehama, Glenn and Butte counties could see a thunderstorm this afternoon, but Shasta County in the valley around Redding, I think the chances are pretty slim. I think we may make it through the day in Redding without seeing a thunderstorm. Maybe a chance for a sprinkle or a light shower this morning, but going through the afternoon, boy, those chances are looking slimmer and slimmer as we get more and more of that forecast model data in. It looks like it's mainly going to be to the south. So let's take a look at two different forecast models. This is what we call the HRRR forecast model. What it does is it updates every hour. It takes the current conditions and generates a new forecast based on those current conditions. So you can see this morning, we go into about the noon hour. Look what's happening. See what I was talking about? There's Tehama County, Glenn County, a chance for some activity developing, but look at the mountains here, right? We're seeing showers and possible thunderstorms developing, but no thunderstorms really for Trinity County and Del Norte and Humboldt counties. Now let's take it about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Look where the thunderstorms are. Southern Tehama, Glenn, and possibly even Butte County. Now you see it's getting uncomfortably close for Redding with those thunderstorms. You may hear, I mean, Palisadro, Bella Vista kind of off to the north and east. Sure, could see a thunderstorm here, but we could also see if a thunderstorm develops to the north of Redding, maybe a stray shower. So here's what I'm going to say. Yes, the chances are slimmer for Redding and even Red Bluff, but there is still I mean, this is uncomfortably close right here. So there still is an off chance that we could see a thunderstorm even in the Redding area at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But I think most of the activity in the valley at least will be to the south and maybe some activity to the east as well. Now I'm going to take you to about 3 p.m. You see, again, it's uncomfortably close. We're getting into the foothills just outside of the valley, but still Glenn and Butte counties, northern Shasta County, eastern mountains, and Siskiyou County. But look at Trinity County, look at western Siskiyou, Del Norte, Humboldt counties, mainly dry conditions. We're taking about 4 p.m. around Bernie, east, showers and thunderstorms. Let's see that? Yeah, maybe a stray shower developing for Redding and Red Bluff. 6 p.m. Friday. Look where it all is, mainly to the east. Uncomfortably close, but should be dry for the cool April Nights cruise. I'm going to take you to Friday night, 10 p.m. Dry and mainly dry for the higher elevations. All right, now we're going to take a look at a different forecast model. All right, so here we are at 10 o'clock in the morning, stray shower, most of the activity to the east. Pretty good agreement with what we just looked at. At noon, you see where most of it is to the east, Chico, Willow, so Glenn and Butte County, maybe southern parts of Tehama County, eastern Tehama County. But you know, these cells, you'll notice from the other forecast model we looked at, these aren't getting as close to Redding. But again, when we're seeing that potential, it's something we can't rule out. 4 p.m., most of it's off to the east. We're fairly dry. It's not picking up on any shower activity at all through the afternoon for the valley. But don't be surprised if even through the afternoon we see a stray shower. But it's drying out. I think for the cool April Nights cruise, we're going to be in good shape, not to mention tonight. Now, Saturday morning, a weak disturbance will come through. So in the morning, I think the coast could see a shower. And even through the noon hour, parts of the north coast. As we go into the afternoon, maybe around Siskiyou, Modoc, and the eastern mountains, Saturday afternoon. But overall, it's going to be fairly dry for most of us, and not to mention for your Sunday. However, Sunday, all right, a little bit of activity trying to develop here in Modoc County, but overall, fairly dry for your Sunday as well. Now we look at the long range, and we're going to kind of zoom it out here. You can see as we go into Monday, Tuesday of next week. You see that? Remember yesterday, this area of low pressure was going to be shifting more to the south, closer to us. Now it's all staying to the north. This system right here was expected to swing down to the south as well. Now it's staying to the north, and look what's happening. This is what we call a ridge of high pressure. This is going to keep us dry and warmer. This is something I had mentioned that the European forecast model is looking more like this over the last few days. And now the American forecast model is in good agreement. And that's why I couldn't commit to wet weather for the end of next week, because I just didn't see consistency in that. Now, this is going to look at the overall upper level trends. You got the jet stream right here, the cooler air that's in place along with the showers. Then that cooler air moves out. We've got warmer air that's going to be inching closer and closer to us. So as we go through the weekend, temperatures will increase. As we go into next week, yes, we've got this storm system riding to our north, but it's going to prevent this warmer air from getting as warm as it could. But check this out. This was going to swing to the south. It isn't now, because now the ridge is expected to be stronger than expected. And now we're talking temperatures probably getting to the 80s. We'll see. We'll kind of fine tune the forecast as we go into the next few days for our long range. But there are the winds coming in later this afternoon. So yes, dry for the cool April nights cruise, but probably a bit on the breezy side. The winds die down for Saturday morning, but for Saturday afternoon, winds picking back up again, especially for the valley into the east. Let's talk about Sunday morning. Sunday morning, winds for the most part fairly calm, but then they pick back up again in the afternoon. So kind of typically in the afternoon, you see those winds pick up. But what we're seeing here, those wave heights for today, look at that, by tomorrow, they're dropping even more. So if you do need to be on a small boat, looks like even better conditions for tomorrow. Marine forecast, west winds at 5 to 10 knots, waves from the west at 6 feet at 9 seconds, and of course some of those showers that we'll see here for today, and of course also tomorrow. All right, here's your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. Scattered showers. I don't think we're going to see thunderstorms in Weaverville today or Trinity County in general. Just a slight chance, but overall dry Saturday. Don't let that deter you from anything. It's going to be mainly dry Saturday, not to mention Sunday and through next week. Trinity County, 49 degrees for Forest Glen, 51 today in Ruth, and 55 for Hayfork, a stray shower, but it's not going to be wet all day. 60 degrees in Redway, 57 degrees for Miranda, not wet all day, just some off and on showers, scattered. 54 degrees for Ferndale, 53 in Fortuna. And again, anywhere that you see the word chance on Saturday, don't worry about it. Mostly dry through the day, just maybe a passing sprinkle. 56 degrees for Trinidad, 55 degrees in Eureka. Let's take you up north, 55 for Smith River, 48 degrees for Gasquet. Scattered showers, off and on, especially this morning, but even this afternoon. Siskiyou County, there's your neighborhood forecast. Yeah, we can see some thunderstorms. Now, I think the chances for thunderstorms in the west side of Siskiyou County, slimmer than central and eastern Siskiyou County. So, for example, Scott Valley, I think your chances for thunderstorms are going to be slimmer, otherwise just some scattered showers. There's that slight chance on Saturday, drying out completely for your Sunday and next week. Now, for central and eastern Siskiyou County, yes, better chances for thunderstorms developing there, and then dry through most of the weekend, and not to mention next week. Modoc County, you got chances for thunderstorms today, maybe even a stray shower on Saturday, and maybe even Sunday. So there's a look at your Eastern Mountains neighborhood forecast. Montgomery Creek, about 58, could see some thunderstorms there. We take you out to Lake Almanor, Lassen Park, chance for thunderstorms there as well. Could be, by the way, with these thunderstorms, you're talking about the potential for some brief heavy rainfall, gusty winds, maybe some hail, not to mention frequent lightning. Paradise, I think you might even get caught up in the chance for a thunderstorm, not to mention Mineral and east of that. Now here's your Valley neighborhood forecast. Look where the lightning strikes are. Southern Tehama County, Glenn and Butte counties. That's the best chances for thunderstorms. It's not guaranteed. It doesn't mean that all the places where the lightning strikes is going to happen. It just means that the chances are going to be there. Now, it's not guaranteed that we won't see lightning strikes for Redding, Anderson, or Cottonwood, but the chances are much slimmer for those lightning strikes for north of Red Bluff, right? But temperatures are going to be kind of struggling to get out of the 60s for those daytime highs, and warming up, though, for next week. In fact, you'll see that on the 7-day outlook. Back in the upper 70s by Sunday, Monday, even some 80s. Now, I have dropped the temperature down on Thursday. That's because I was early this morning seeing that potential for maybe some showers, but now that's all gone. So as we go into this evening, I may be updating that for warmer temperatures for Thursday and even into Friday of next week. So, I mean, that's kind of what it's looking like at this point. So, any questions, comments, concerns? Let's see here. Good morning. Thank you for the weather. Appreciate it. It's going to be a great day. That's what Terry is saying. Of course, I appreciate that as well. So that's going to do it, folks. Let's take one last look for those of you who may be kind of checking in here. Let's take a look at that. Look at those cameras. Interesting kind of still seeing that wet weather that we are seeing out there in Chico. But that's going to do it for us this morning. Again, don't forget about it. One last check-in with, of course, the Cool April Nights live broadcast. Every platform that I offer, you can watch it from 6:30 to 7:30 in this evening. Or you can go to weathernorcal.com, Fire Stick. You can go Roku, YouTube. If you have a smart TV with YouTube, you can watch it in your smart TV, from your phone, Weather NorCal, Facebook, X, YouTube, right? It's all there. So be sure to check that out. I think this is the first time that we certainly have had that opportunity to really do something like that. So check it out. All right, folks, we are going to wrap it up here today, but we're going to show you where some of that wet weather is, take you over some of the cameras in the area. And in the meantime, I hope you have yourselves a great Friday. If you're out there enjoying the cruise and you see me out there, say hello. Love to see you. And we will see you, if you see me at the Cool Ape Lights main event on Saturday, be sure to stop by and say hello. Otherwise, have yourselves a great Friday. There's some of the wet weather we're seeing here, and we will see you, well, right here on Coffee with Krueger at 7 o'clock in the morning next Monday. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you.